Hi, I'm Demian Gover. Welcome back. So last time we talked about how, um, unfortunately, like it or not, the things that are getting in your way of you doing the things that you want to do, achieving the results that you want, they're not the physical blocks that you thought. They're not social or political or cultural. That's just how they manifest. Ultimately, the blocks that you're experiencing, they are indeed mental blocks. What those mental blocks are is not as important as figuring out what to do about it. Um, the real thing is you don't know how your mind works, and that's what we're getting at. When I tried to figure out, what was getting in my way, I realized, yeah, it was myself. Um, I was getting it in my own way out of my own ignorance. Um, there were a lot of things that I didn't know, and it turned out pretty much all of those things that I didn't know were things about myself. And this may come as a shock because you're thinking, well, I've lived with myself all my life. I should know myself fairly well, I would think. And no, what I called knowing myself is, yeah, I've got a bunch of memories of my past, and I've got a bunch of opinions about this identity that I've created for myself. And and I thought that was enough. Because I thought that, when you're born on Earth, that your job is pretty much to figure out how stuff works and figure out how I fit into it. And that's only a really small part of the puzzle. What they don't tell you, and again, who is they? Because they didn't know either. What they didn't tell you is that your experience changes in response to your mental choice, and deny that all you want. No one will ever talk you out of your opinion. You're welcome to your opinion. What you're not welcome to is not having to deal with the consequences of your opinions. Now these consequences are short term, but by short term we mean they might at least last your entire lifetime. So if we could get past those those consequences, and those are the things that prevent us from doing what we want to do, from living life the way we would like. So you can deny that all you want. Please, you're welcome to it. I did it for a long time too. That's fine. That's all part of the process of learning yourself. But I had to face up and accept that there were a lot of things about myself that I did not know. I didn't know how my mind worked. I didn't know what all of my mental faculties were. I didn't know particularly well how to express things emotionally. I certainly didn't know how to process emotionally traumatic events or go through a full and complete grieving process to get to some sort of meaningful acceptance. And I certainly didn't know that I could be in control of my emotional content. To be honest, I'd studied, I had a degree. I had a degree in psychology, and there are many things that I felt that I couldn't explain. I couldn't even describe or give a name to. I can now very easily. But it didn't come from the study of psychology, although I use a lot of that thinking to help me understand things the way I do now. Um, but when I began to change my mind about about the resistance that I was putting up against this new way of thinking, when I started to change my mind about that, I started to realize that I was indeed opening myself up to a whole different world of understanding. And it has absolutely changed my life. And when you're able to let go of that resistance, and that doesn't mean questions, because we'll still have questions. Continue to ask questions. Continue to be skeptical, but continue to put these ideas into practical application as they unfold for you. And I promise you won't be disappointed. Until next time, thank you. I'm Demian Gover.